Today, we're going to dive into a really beautiful and profound story. It's called The Man Who Spoke to a Stone. And it's a short allegory, but wow, does it have a powerful message for our time. So, this story throws us right into this intense, almost dystopian world. It imagines a time when people had pretty much forgotten their letters, a time where language itself had just faded. It became nothing more than the echo of a banknote, just a sound, totally stripped of all meaning, connection, and soul. And this sets up the huge central question of the entire story, doesn't it? In a world that's so completely lost its way, how on earth do you find meaning again?
To even begin to answer that, we first have to really get a handle on this setting. We need to understand this place, a world without words.
Just try to picture this, a town with no square for people to gather, no tree to offer shade or life, and no voice to build a community. It's a place that's been stripped of everything that makes us human, everything that connects us, a truly silent world. But right into the middle of this silence, we meet our protagonist, the man and his stone. And what does this man have? Something so simple, but so profound. He carries a stone. And when he puts that stone on a table, the sound it makes is like the very first syllable of a word. You know, that stone, it represents something real, something tangible and ancient. It's the foundation you can rebuild meaning on. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. We see this total contrast in how to create things. The old way, the traditional way, was rigid, right? You use a pen, you measure by time. But his way? It's completely different. He uses dice, bringing in this element of play and chance. And he's not measuring with time, he's measuring with language itself. So you have to wonder, what was the point of this strange new method? Well, it was all about one simple, beautiful idea: learning through a smile. You know, when someone asked him what he was making, his answer was just perfect. He said, "I'm making what-ifs so that everyone might smile and learn without even knowing they are learning." He wasn't trying to force-feed people facts, not at all. He was creating a space for this joyful, almost accidental kind of discovery. And this unique philosophy, this way of thinking, it created something truly extraordinary, a game of understanding. The sheer power of his idea is so clear when you see who it attracted. I mean, get this: cyborgs and children, peasants and programmers, even sellers of fog. Maybe they were con artists, maybe they were dreamers, it didn't matter. This wasn't for one type of person. It was a universal invitation that pulled in the most diverse crowd you could possibly imagine. And they all gathered around a chessboard. But here's the twist: they didn't come to play a competitive game of winners and losers. They came to understand each other. The board was totally transformed from a battlefield of intellect into this shared space for connection and for meaning. But this game of understanding, well, it wasn't the final chapter. Actually, as the story shows us, it was just the beginning, because the story continues. The story suggests that your story has its own path, just like a walk across a chessboard. Every step you take, every single word you share, it can echo, just like that very first stone. That board, filled with infinite possibilities, is now yours to explore. Which leaves all of us with a really powerful final question to chew on. What is your stone? What's that fundamental, simple tool that you use to create meaning? And what is your chessboard, the space where you invite others to come together to understand, not to compete? In the end, the story leaves us with these powerful tools: the dice, which stand for playfulness and chance; the scroll, representing our story and our knowledge; and of course, the dove, for peace and connection. The man may have started the game, but the story, well, that's in our hands now.